So there's a story of a girl that has been trending on the internet for a while now, and it's the story of Ifunanya. In fact, she has released about 17 episodes of this story narrating the issue with her father and her relative. Now, her father came to Nigeria to just relax after working hard for years, and he felt like he's going to depend on his pension, and his daughter was abroad. Now, when he got to this country, Nigeria, his relatives showed him pepper. And now Ifunanya was abroad and she knew nothing about it. She just thought her father was doing well. Every time she wants to talk to her dad, her relatives are giving excuses that, oh, your dad is busy, I'm not in the same location with him. And she became suspicious after a while. And she came to Nigeria and the worst happened. Her relative turned against her. And the state in which she found her father was almost as dead. And now this brings me to the question of how far away can people's hearts be? That to your own blood, your own relative, you are able to starve your relative for months, for years, and getting his money, diverting his pension.
Their intention was not just to starve this man. Their intention was to unalive him.
At the end of the day,
yes,
right?
and keep it secret in order for them to keep getting that pension, for them to be able to achieve whatever they want to achieve. Because part of the story I saw online was that when the girl got to Nigeria, she found a heap of sand in front of the house. So that means they were already having a construction with this man's money. And they kept the man upstairs in the compound when she came. And they kept telling her that the man is not here. The man is in Abuja, lying to her. So they wanted him unalive and they wanted to keep it a secret so they could keep receiving that money. How much was
I think about $5,000 US. So, but it just boils down to the African problem.
Which is?
The African problem is the problem of greed. Most of the times we lay it on the government. The government is not doing this. The government is not doing that. The government is not providing. But there is a problem, a fundamental, I always call it a fundamental Nigerian problem. Yeah. Which is the problem of greed. Because I can't imagine myself going to work abroad. And like we were discussing backstage before we came on set. The moment you go abroad, all of a sudden, everybody just thinks that, yes.
They just assume you have a huge amount of money stuck somewhere for
insurance. Them. So as he was coming back, they want to
drain him.
No,
and
it's not fair. It's
the funny thing is, they drain him physically and spiritually. Because in order for them to be able to get what they want, they have to imbibe the spiritual power. Because what I learned from the video was that it was when he got there that they inflicted him with stroke. So you can imagine. So my question was, when the girl was saying that she wanted to talk to her father and they were saying that he's not here, does he not have a phone?
To call through to
him. To call or to communicate with the child. But because they do not want him to communicate with the child, they left him there with stroke. And the funny thing is, when I was watching this video, some people in the comment section were saying that it might just be a cooked up story. If you're still there as an African person or in Nigeria to be particular, and you still do not believe in witchcraft, that things like this exist, or I will not say you should not trust your siblings so much, but you only know what is in your mind. This man trusted them so much and went back to them, and look at what happened to him. Because of money that belongs to him, they want to
siphon it or something.
Yes.
My wonder is just the heart of humans lately. I don't know if, it might have been occurring before, but probably because of the internet now, we are seeing it, it's in the open now. Why, what's the drive behind human behavior?
This thing.
Relative, your family.
This story is actually not new. It's not something
exactly. I was about coming to that.
Because it happens always. We see it on movies. For those of us that would say that we don't like to watch Nigerian movies, we've watched this kind of story over and over again. Right? And no matter how low quality our Nigerian movies can be, especially on YouTube, one thing is true, that they're like the realization of things that happen in real life. You understand? These things happen. And this person brother killed this person for this person to get this person's money. It happens. And this is evidence because when she was telling the story, there were videos.
Yeah,
there was a
videos.
place.
Proof.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they were stopping her from entering the house and pouring sand on her and lying
laying-
to her
laying
that her father
curses
was
on
not
her
here.
as well, yeah.
All right. Now, the thing is, like I stated earlier, there's a great problem, which is fundamental in the African blood. We've been so, there is a great problem, there is a lack of trust problem. That is all I'm seeing here. Because, yeah, I understand that.
Who is doing the lack of trust here?
Now, the thing is, I would say that the girl already showed that for her to be trying to call her parent, and she said, according to her, she said the powers from I, like a supernatural force, was always communicating.
Yes, there
with
was
her,
a time she said that.
Yes.
Wait, the first encounter that brought about
She
all
said
of
she
these
had a
stories.
dream of her
Yes,
dad.
that the father was calling her. The father was calling her, my dear. Whatever you're worshiping, whatever you're holding high, whether you're holding Allah or you're holding Jesus Christ or you're holding Shango, hold it tight
tight.
because this word is not funny. If you're just going to sit and stretch your leg,
And just
Yeah.
assume that things
are-
happen just coincidentally.
you're a
or whatever.
gunner. And I know Ebon was telling me the other time that she just believe people are nice. No.
Yeah, I had the assumption
If you-
that
But actually, people are nice.
my niceness could reflect a bad person, and everybody should just be nice.
Yeah.
But with these things we are seeing,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that really do not enjoy your progress.
They
There are a
want,
lot
they
of
want
people.
to leech.
Absolutely,
Yes.
I call them leeches.
absolutely.
And if
See,
they can't,
if
they
you are on
end
a
you.
table and you have good news, because some people they know how to promote their source of happiness
Especially
on social media. Yes, on social media. You better keep your things to yourself.
Exactly, I think
There are
that's the
people
point
that
of
laugh
contention.
with you, and you will be so sure that these people are happy for my success. But trust me, you don't know people's heart. You only know yourself. So down to a man's siblings, his own blood, same father, same mother. If this was done by a friend, we would say, okay, don't trust friends.
Yeah.
So now, who do we
your
call family?
family at the
Who
end
do
of the
we
day.
fall back at when there's problem? Because these are your family.
Your family.
There's this saying that family consult. So where do we go from here? Who do we fall back at? Because this man worked for years abroad, and like the saying goes,
And he
there's
must
no
have
place
helped
called
them
like
once
home.
in a while.
There's no place called where we don't know the relationship.
No, I think when we're looking at this story, trying to break it down, we came in contact with other videos from other family members
Yeah.
stating different claims. The controversy was too much, and I don't want to go into it. But we won't say because Ifunanya's family is as an issue, we would now displace the place of family. You get? So I would say that rather than displacing or taking away that family is this, family is that, don't trust your brother, I would rather say that we should try as much as possible to imbibe a culture where love is common amongst family. Because me, if you ask me, I'm just talking like now, like without, I don't know the background, but I said that there was a lack of trust. I said that there is greed. And now I'll add that there was a lack of love in that family, because I don't understand why why a brother want to harm his own brother. Why
Because
a
of money.
sister? Because of money. No,
I don't
like
know.
I'm trying to understand.
It is true that we don't know the relationship of this man with his entire family member.
Yeah.
We don't know what he has done to them. But whatever it is, they do not have the right whatsoever to subject him to that kind of situation. But things like this by Ebon starts from while you're young. Let's go back to family upbringing. Some parents actually did this damage
Yes.
by showing comparison or showing that this person is more loved than this person.
Or maybe this person
There are
is more
some family,
intelligent.
yes,
Is that
and
that?
they'll make it, and the family will make it known that this person is actually more intelligent. Can't you be like your brother? That hatred is not built
just
in a
start
day.
today.
It's not built in a day. So it must have started for a long time. Only God knows what happened between them. But I'm just talking generally.
I
That
also feel like also depending on people is very wrong, because the family members they are portraying a way that they just want to depend on the man's funds. Like they don't want to put in efforts to work anymore. So what you have no legal, emotional, anything attached to another person's wealth. If he's making his money and he's making more money than you, there is really nothing you can do about it. Nothing in this world is equal. So if you want to now take out of that man because you feel like he's any more than you, I think that's the wrongest ideology.
There's this foolish sense of entitlement siblings used to have.
Exactly,
because you are my
which
brother
should
and you are
be taken
rich.
away.
Yes.
Because you are my brother
You
and you
know, I
are
have
rich,
a friend.
you're supposed to do this for me, you're supposed to do that for me. So when I'm not doing it,
Yeah.
it feels like I'm offending you,
You know that
and
I
I
have
should
a
be
friend.
punished for
I have
it.
a friend that told me that when he did it once with his dad, that his dad used emotions to talk to him and told him that there's a land in the village that should come and buy, because he's substantially money.
Yeah.
So he said there's a land, come and buy the land, this and that he should support him, and his daddy wants to start a business, and he wants him to put money into it. He told his dad that no problem, I'll buy the land, but I'm going to buy the land in my company's name and not in your name, because he was able to draw a line, because he knows how family members can talk. Like you can no longer add
What tribe is that
anything to
person?
it.
Exactly. No, let's not go there.
No, please, I want to know.
Let's not go there. No, let's
Please, I
not
want
go
to
there.
know.
It's the southern
Yeah,
part of
exactly.
Nigeria.
Let's not go there. So
because
now,
my they will call family meeting.
That is the family's problem. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you start bringing
Because this
business
is
and
your
family
father.
together,
see.
This is actually your
so you,
father.
let me not give
See,
you.
but
Let me not
we
not
have
bust
a
your
bigger
bubble. Let me
issue in
bust your
Africa and
bubble.
Nigeria,
Let me
to be
bust your bubble,
specific.
right? The father, the business did not thrive.
No.
So if he had gotten the land in the father's name, the father would have sold the land along with the business.
Now
he has a land because he did not sell the land to his father.
Thank you. Now
It's written in his company's name.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Very smart.
But
With
that was
Zainab.
very smart. See, but this mentality is coming from somebody that is now educated and
Exactly.
exposed. Africans and Nigerians, to be specific, even religion is making it difficult for us at times to make the best decisions, but especially when it comes to finance and family.
Now,
It's actually not easy.
I think we need to state this. There is like in the conventions of accounting, there's what we call the business entity concept. So we state that a business is separate from the owner. Dangote Cement is not Dangote. Dangote is separate from Dangote Cement.
Okay.
So why we are doing this is not to call out Ifunanya or call out Ifunanya's people.
Definitely.
No. The goal of this whole podcast
create awareness.
to create awareness and to make you understand that you have to take responsibility for your own life. Because, for instance, if these uncles and aunties were responsible enough to have their own money,
Yes.
they were responsible enough to take care of their own family too, they won't be looking for ways to kill a man that has worked.
The way
forgive
they
my word,
are
forgive my
looking for ways is because of greed, as you said.
Yes,
you
because
can have it all and still want more.
yes,
Yeah, so
because
no,
sorry, you know,
no,
Brownson,
no.
one
We need
of
to be responsible. We need to encourage-
one of Ifunanya's uncle does not even look poor at all. He's married to a white woman. They showed him when I think what was this word she was saying, that they gave him the autonomy.
Power of the attorney.
Ahead. So he went there and he was making the man. I don't know what this man did to his entire family because they all ganged up against him. Apart from his own nuclear family, his wife and daughter, there was nobody from the family that was supporting this man. But what I'm very sure about is I don't care what he has done or how stingy he was to them. Or what is it that has grown in the what is it that has grown into the mind of those people that they think that they want to end him? Because they do not look poor.
The thing is that after death is death, like there's nothing else again. So taking that kind of measure in your mind, that's really wild. Let's have Brownson's last thoughts, please.
So my last thought on this, like I stated earlier, is that family should inculcate and they should put in there should be love. We should encourage love in family. When I mean love, not comparison, but real love, bonding amongst family members. Then secondly, the greed problem should be dealt with individually. Yes. We live in a religious society, Nigeria. Religious society, traditional society, and we should deal with this thing. And lastly, all man should have sense. Yes, if we need to go for therapy, let's go for therapy. But all man, everybody should have a sense of reasoning. Yes, let's have a sense of reasoning.
Let's have Zainab's last words.
So what I would like to say is, if you are thinking of going back home because you want to go and relax, think about it very well. Know the people you are going to meet.
Yeah, truly.
Because it's Nigeria and Nigeria is my home does not make it your home. The home is not the building. The home involves the people.
The people,
that are in that environment.
Yeah.
Your home can be abroad. Please stay there.
True.
Stay there. If you're comfortable abroad, you don't have to come back. Exactly.
No, yeah.
You don't have to return.
If you don't feel safe.
If you don't feel safe, you don't have to return because now you're back. you think you have a duplex, rent it out. Your home is where your happiness is. Your home is where safety is. And that is where you should be. Not because your siblings or whatever. And remember, in a family, yes, family comes first. But I've heard Ebu said one time that your nuclear family are much more important. Because at the end of the day, his nuclear family were the only one fighting for him.
Exactly. Yes. Honestly, for me too as well, I think for everybody now, we should just be cautious of what we do. Somebody posted on social media that don't post in real time. Like, don't post, maybe you are, especially if you're a public figure, you have money, substantial money. If you are currently at an event, don't go and post that I'm at the event. Leave the venue first. Then now post and say, I went to an event today. Because as we said, we just realized that not everybody is good. And another thing is, if you are flaunting your money, get the reason why. Why are you putting out your business out there first?
You're putting it on social media. There should be a reason.
Exactly. There should be a reason backing it.
Have a sense of reason.
Exactly. It should not just be because of you just, I'm having a good time, let me just post it. Why? Are you trying to attract customers? What are you trying to do? Because we have realized that in this world,
some people are not happy with your good time.
They are bad.
And it's not like they are suffering, they are not just happy.
Truly. So it's rather you guard your own happiness, protect your happiness, protect the happiness of your family, and just stay alive, right? It was such an interesting conversation we had today, honestly speaking.
I hope we've learned. I have learned a lot from what happened to Ifunanya. I'm not like I'm saying family is bad, but please pray. We need to be very prayerful.
Truly.
This word is a spiritual word. If you are rolling your eyes at me, I'm telling you, pray.
Honestly speaking, but that's all we can take. That's all we can take. It was an amazing time with you guys.
Thank you for staying with us.
The next controversial story again. Bye. I remain Ojo Favor.
And I'm Zainab Ibrahim.
And I'm Nseme Brown.
Bye.